Hey man, it's Jason here, and I'm so happy you are here. Congratulations because you took the first step in being here, wanting to find out my system and how it can help you. Now, at the same time, my marketing efforts were working, isn't it? That's why you are here, right? So the fact that you are here, give yourself a round of a pat on the back and give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Because why? Number one, you know you are learning from someone that has guaranteed to work. Because why? You are here. That means what? It works, isn't it? Okay. Even if you're just in curiosity, all right. Now there must be something that you are here to find out. Now let me guess. Are you one of these four? Are you underpaid? Because you know you are truly worth a lot more than what you are charging right now. Are you constantly misunderstood? You have a problem getting your message across. Everyone is always misunderstanding you. Well, if they don't pay, that's fine, right? But if it's your customers and your prospects and they still don't understand and they're not paying, that's where you get frustrated, right? All right. Or are you burnt out and overworked and still not getting paid? All right. Now, if you are at least one of these four, if your answer is yes to at least one of these four, then congratulations. I know I can help you as I have had for the last 20 years now, helping a lot of people overcome this. Okay. And if your answer is no, then hopefully you say yes to this one question here on the fifth one, which is if you're struggling to monetize. Okay, if you're not struggling to monetize but you're trying to just go to the next level, that still works for you. Because if you're trying to get more capital for expansion, you want to raise more capital, get more investors, or if you're an educator trying to get more students and enroll more students, even if you're an old traditional boring business and you want to get more buyers for the company that you just took over from your previous generation, and you found yourself that times are not the same anymore, and you struggle to monetize in accordance to the new era, and you're wondering how and you want to take it to the next level. Maybe your revenue has been met with a bottleneck, you're jammed, you're stuck, and you don't know how because you took over this business, right? You're not trained in marketing, you're not trained in sales, you're just somehow kena arrow, throw into the water, and hopefully you know how to swim, right? Who else knows what I'm talking about here? Okay. That was me when I started my own business 20 plus years ago, when I just started, selling real estate lah, doing all sorts of things, right? I was just jumping in. Hopefully I can survive. Thankfully, 20 years later, you're still hearing my voice, because back then, what I deal with, let's see if you also face this problem. Back then, I also deal with a lot of customers who are very disrespectful, and I hate it. That sense of ego and that sense of pride, humiliated. I feel humiliated. Yeah, and I constantly have to deal with cheapskate customers, and I hate it. They are cheapskate. They want to pay for the price of a prawn and get lobster. And then, even if you give them a lobster for the price of a prawn, they end up becoming your worst toxic nightmares. Anyone knows what I'm talking about here? Who can relate to what I'm experiencing in my early days? All I know is one thing. I don't want to deal with them anymore. And I needed to learn how. And today, you are here to learn. Because at my worst and at my lowest, I found the secrets. And today in this video, I want to share that with you in the next 10 minutes or so, right? I want to show you how you can remove yourself from the same situation that I was once too. I had no demand. There was nobody who wants my service. I had no value. Nobody sees the value that I'm providing. I have no eyeballs on my offer. I have no trust at all. I have no authority at all. I was just a young little broke kid from Singapore, a fast-paced country, high density, fast-paced, and everything is expensive. So I got to learn how to make a living. Now, specifically, what I want to learn was three things. I wanted to learn how to charge premium fees, number one. I want to be able to be the Rolls Royce of my industry, Ferrari, Lambo. I want to be the Hermes of my industry, not just any handbag, but the Hermes of the industry. Who knows what I'm talking about here? I want I want high quality buyers and investors. I want to interact with them, involve with them, and make an impact on the world with them, who can see the value of what I'm delivering. Who knows what I'm talking about? Who can relate to these desires that I have, right? And at the same time, right, everyone is saying that, selling expensive stuff is very long sales cycle. You need to wait like 8 months to close one sales. I'm like, who has time for that shit? Oh my God, you mean 8 months later then I get paid? Are you serious? When I started selling real estate, they said, you need 8 months before you get your first sale. I'm like, serious? Shit, I don't have time for that shit. I need to make money in 8 days, not 8 months. Who can understand and relate to all this frustration that I have and the desires along with it? So give yourself a pat on the back and high five yourself and say, you are in the right place. I'm in the right place. Say that. So I need to learn how to do one meet close. I need to learn how to make money really, really fast. So that's where I start to learn and start to chance upon the secret. You see, when I wanted to monetize and make money, what is it? To make money, right, is actually like the fruits of a tree. Because money is an outcome. Money is an outcome of two things, specifically just two things. If you do these two things perfect, you are like a racer winning championships. You're like an NBA rock star like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, winning championships after championships. And you're going to be like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, winning championships after championships. Why? Because they got two things right. They got that two things right, and they earn money. The money was never a worry. Well, no, they don't need to learn how to make money, but it's the other two things. If they do the other two things perfect, they don't need to ask themselves how to make money at all. Have you noticed? Have you realized and noticed, right, how achievers of the world, billionaires of the industry, never ask how to make money? They never ever said the money. They will always ask that two things. Interesting? They will do that two things right, and that two things right, if you do it right, if you performed it and executed at the highest of your ability, and you do this for the next 1, 2, 10, 20 years, you will have so much money you don't know where to spend. Who wants that? Who wants so much money that you can't spend, you don't know where to spend? Say I. Right? You will need to start to plan for inheritance, and you'll start to worry about which friend you should make, because every kind of person will come to you right now. All kinds of friends you will have right now. Everyone wants a piece of you. Why? Because when you do these two things perfectly, when you do these two things right, your buyers, your customers, your investors will go from I don't need this to I must have this. Who wants this? Say I. Right? Give yourself on a pat and high five yourself and say, I'm in the right place. Who agree that you're in the right place? Okay? So in order for you to achieve the outcome, what do you first need to do? The first thing you need to do is to stop becoming one of the many. Right? If you want to stop earning in coins and cents, you need to first thing to do is not to be like any other racer in the world, not be like any other basketball player of the world. You need to become the Hermes of the world. You need to stop being any random handbag. You need to stop selling to anyone and everyone you can get your hands on. Because at the end of the day, when you do that, you know what will happen? You get toxic customers. Because they all care about what? One of the things that they only care about is discount, 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 discount. What you want to do is to remove yourself from the bottom equation to stop earning the coins. You need to rise up from the competition so that you don't deal with bargain hunters that only compare on prices. Who agree? That if you continue to stay below and you are just one of the many, you're just the masses, then you end up, your efforts are not appreciated. Who can relate to what I'm saying? Who can relate and agree with what I'm saying? That you're always constantly dealing with people who compare on prices. They are the bargain hunters. They are the scavengers. And they are toxic. Even if you give them a lobster for a price of a prawn, they are the worst lobsters ever. They are the worst. They are going to poison you. And then you know what? You live your life in mental hospital. Because they drive you nuts. You know. So you don't want that. In order not to be there, you need to stop becoming one of the many. Because when you're stuck there, you get disrespected. Even if you give them the discount. You know what? The more discount you give, the more discount you offer, the more disrespected you are. And the more you are treated like a commodity. Who can relate and understand what I'm trying to say here? Who can have a personal experience that you're already so frustrated with? Say I. You know. So, don't you feel that you're in the right spot? Wouldn't you agree? That you know exactly that you're about to learn something, that you have learned something that is going to massively transform your life? That's so that you can stop dealing with toxic customers, you can stop dealing with bargain hunters, you can stop dealing with those who only compare on prices, disrespect you, and treat you like a commodity. And even you give them everything that they want, right? Your efforts are still not appreciated. That sucks, isn't it? I know. I was one of you. I was there. I've been there, treated like a beaten dog. At least that's how I feel, you know. So what you want to do is rise up against the competition. You want to rise up and no longer be one of the many. You want to rise up and earn in dollar bills. That's the sound of the money counter. You want to be the best of your industry. You want to be the exclusive and special one of your industry. The one and only. You want to be unique. You don't want to be common. Because if you are here, it tells me one of two things. You don't want to play small. You are meant for big things. You have big ambition. You are not meant for the average. Number two, it tells me that you are different. It tells me something that you are unique. You have something different to give. You have something special. Inside of you, you know. A tiger wanting to come out of that cage. A lion waiting to set free. An eagle waiting for the chains to be removed. Soaring high and running fast. And the reason why you are here tells me, and the reason why you are here and still here right now after 30 minutes tells me that you are not one of the many. Tells me that you are ready to go all out. And if you are ready to go all out, I want to welcome you to my wall of winners. Do you belong here? I believe you do, isn't it? These are insane results, multi-million results. How do they achieve all of this? They all learn the same thing. They all have went through the same process. All right? They have learned how to, number one, set themselves into a position of power. Number two, they learn how to qualify intent. And they learn how to do it properly. Because if you don't do step one properly, then what happened is that you end up appearing as a snobbish, arrogant prick. Nobody wants to do business with an arrogant, snobbish prick unless they have no choice. But if you don't learn to set up yourself in a position of power, nobody is going to buy from you. Nobody is going to buy from someone who is not confident. Nobody is going to buy from someone that has no power to deliver the results. All right. Step 3, after you learn to qualify the intent. If you don't learn to qualify intent properly, you come across as someone who is not respectful, who disrespect the person in front of you. And guess who is okay for you to disrespect them? That's right, people who disrespect you. Isn't it a sick thing? So you got to learn how to qualify the intent with respect. I'll teach you how. And step 3 is to learn how to teach. How to teach your product and services to your audience. How to teach them. During your selling, how do you teach it? There's a wrong way and there's a right way. Because if you teach it the wrong way, you're going to sound condescending. No one wants to be looked down on. True. No one loves to be looked down on. So if you don't learn how to teach it in the right way, you end up becoming a condescending prick. Agree? Finally, step 4, learning how to close. You see, a lot of people tell me, oh no, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know, I don't sell. I think selling is manipulation. Bullshit. You do know that everybody loves to buy? It's just that, and they enjoy a lovely buying sequence. Do you know that? Secretly, they all love it. Just like a couple having sex. They want to have sex, but if you do the wrong thing, your partner is going to be turned off. They want to enjoy the right actions. And that's why step 5 is to teach you how to avoid all the negative and bad habits when it comes to closing. I teach you all the closing techniques, all the right thing to do, all the right process, all the right actions. And then I teach you how to avoid all the wrong habits as well. I teach you how to put in and install the right habits. Would you like to learn my 5-step formula? Because this took 20 years of experience to put it together. Now, no one, unless they are my certified coach, will teach you this in this format and in this manner with these words. Why? Because I created it. I am the original creator of this system. Nobody else will teach you in this way. So if you've seen someone else, if they are not my certified coach, then you know there's a difference between an Hermes bag So if you want to get started, a Hermes bag versus not an Hermes bag. Okay, let's put it that way. Right? We live in a world where copy is a very normal thing. It takes originality and creativity and creation and innovative, all right? But it's okay. So here's the thing. If you want to get started, if you enjoy the entire session so far, you want to get started, you want to learn how do you not become one of the many, you want to learn how to build massive amount of trust rapidly, then go to authorjason.com/buy1pitch or click on the button below that comes with this video. Okay? And when you enroll today, here's my gift to you. If you take all action right now, your fast action taker bonus is my platform that's worth over $6,000. This one platform can replace 30 softwares that you are using. Inside there is 10-in-1 full feature automation tool. If you need a tour of the platform, go to authorjason.com/1pitchai. You get to see what's inside and how it can help you cement down and crystallize your learnings with me and put it to work. All right. Yes, email automation. Yes, a lot of things inside. Go and take a look. You'll see why it's worth the money. And this one bonus is valuable enough for you to enroll for the program. And the program is going to make you earn crazy shit amount of money. Now, remember when I talk about Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these great legends. and how my students have been able to get this kind of phenomenal result on my wall of winners, 3 million, 2 million, 16 million, 2 million. Now, here's the thing. I believe that you are already quite smart at what you do. I believe that you are already quite good at what you do. You're already an expert in what you do. Okay? I think that there's a few things that you lack in your life. One of it is learning how to build trust. With my system, you learn to build trust at a rapid speed. The second thing potentially you lack is the right coach. You don't have the right guidance and the right person to tell you and to kick you in the butt when the right things needs to be done. You know all the right thing to do, and you're not lazy. You're just not sure if it will work. You don't have the discipline. You know you can do it. You are committed, but you just somehow, you're stuck. Now, what I can tell you is that the right coach changes everything. The highest performer of the world invests in coaching. I don't know if you know this guy in front of you. The guy in front of you right now is called Phil Jackson. He is responsible for the success of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. As a player, he only has 2 rings, 2 championships. As a coach, he has 11 under his career. He has the highest win rate in NBA history. Every successful achiever in the world has a coach, including an F1 racer. So do you need this now that you are here? Do you need this? If you are a racer, you already have a car, your business and your product, your team, your mechanics, and you want to look for sponsors and investors, do you have a proven selling and closing system that I have that's been proven to create multi-million-dollar students? Do you have a coach next to you to help you get those results? If not, then I suggest that you get started. Get started with the 1Pitch program. Because then at least you have the right things to do. You know what is the right thing to do. Sounds good? If you want to stop becoming one of the many, go ahead and sign up right now. I'll teach you how to become the best. I'll show you how to become the exclusive and to become the only logical choice in your industry. I'll show you the entire process that has created multi-million-dollar results. If you want results like that and you want to enter my wall of fame and my wall of winners, then go ahead and get started right now, and I'll see you on the inside.